Hello everybody, Slick Phoenix here, and I am going to talk about this new raid event coming, the Malice Disclosed by Moonlight. This is going to be against Trivia. It's a dark raid, so you want to use your light team or your strongest team, whichever you prefer, but certainly light is the preference, because as we know, light and dark have slight advantage over every element, and then as a player, if you use light or dark versus the opposite, you always have the advantage. Okay, so let me get over here. I want to go through the Japanese wiki on this. Reading through about this boss, she seems kind of on the nasty side, kind of a little bit crazy here. Let's get down to, nope, I passed it. It was here. Alright. So the standard, I don't really think I need to talk much about. Most of the people on here are strong enough to handle the standard. 750,000 hit points, not. And so for her, the raging charge, or not special behavior, the triggered attack is when she gets her HP below 25%, then she'll remove all debuffs. And well, this one says debuff 5, so we'll see. I'm not sure. And then attack up. So on the expert, 3.7 million, Ragnarok 10 million hit points, and they both have 2-turn charge. Now their triggered ability happens, from what I've read and have talked to someone else about, at 75% health, so right around the time that she reaches rage, and then again at 50% health, which is around the time she reaches stun. Those are the two trigger times. And what she does is that she will do an AoE, area of effect, damage to your girls, remove all debuffs on her, and give herself an attack up. So this is going to happen for every player in your raid, which means that your debuffs are not going to be sticking long at all. So it's going to make things a little bit difficult, especially if you have a lot of people in your raid. From what I understand, it's the same on both, and the 75% and the 50% trigger is both the same thing, so you'll have to deal with her removing debuffs twice. Now, there's a couple ways around this. One, if her bursting ability, that has greater priority than the trigger ability. So if she's about to burst, I got the 2 orbs, then she will do her burst before she does her ability, her triggered ability. So what that means is if you're getting her to rage, which is right around the time she does the first one, if she has the 2 orbs, she is not going to use this. She's going to use her burst. And then if you have her at the 2 orbs ready to burst the next turn, when you get her to stun, she will not use it in stun. Otherwise, she would use it in stun. So those are ways that you can actually kind of put that off. And I got a video that I'm going to link as well as an example. This is somewhat of a Ragnarok. I couldn't find an expert one. And they used that where they just had her on 2 orbs and stun, and then finished her off in stun. So anyways, so then her bursts going up, non-rage burst, so normal burst can have 2 effects. First off, it's going to be an area of effect damage to your girls, not extremely high, not a ton of damage, from what I saw, about 1 to 2,000. But then it casts one of 2 effects randomly. It either casts Paralyze, or it casts Rampage, and both of them last 2 turns. And she has 2 orbs, so that means by the time it comes off, she's ready to burst again. So she's either going to keep paralyzing Rampage, or Rampage, whatever. It's going to make it difficult. So you may even want to consider putting an Eidolon like Behemoth. That would clear the affliction. Or another possibility I saw in the video is if you have a I can't even remember how to say it, the 100% light Eidolon, Managmar or whatever. If you have her, when she casts Rampage, you can use her to increase the dual attack and triple attack of your girls and have her kind of just punish her for putting you in Rampage. Anyways, so that's her normal burst. Her Raging Burst is going to be a high damage area of effect that is also going to give her defense, well, attack up and defense down. And I believe it lasts for about 30 seconds. So not very long. But still, that's what happens during her rage. Alright. So that's her mechanics and such. It's going to be a bit of a pain with lots of people, I think. We'll see how that actually pans out when we get in there. And let's take a look here. What else? Alright. Let's talk about the gear that we get. Rewards are the normal: 250 Divine Souls, 100 Devil, and then 3 million PP. Trivia herself. So she is like the dark version of Tiamat in regards to her passive ability. Elemental attack, elemental, yeah, damage, 40% increase, and increased rate of double attack. But her active is kind of crappy. It's just increased affliction resistance to your whole team. Woohoo. Overall, though, she's decently strong. You know, you put these together, if you plus 99 her, that puts her just around 2,900. I think a little below 3,000, so you know that's certainly in the higher end as far as stats go. The bow itself, so this bow, the SSR, is dual skill. It's attack medium, so that means 13%, the same as an SR at skill level 20. And then the 3-stage attack, which I believe is called Village. And it's the small, so it's only a 1% increase. Not that huge. So, if you have an SR on your grid currently, then you can use this to replace it. If you have full SSR grid that's got large attack and stuff, not really worth it, I don't think. I would rather have a middle attack and small HP than the 3-stage. Alright. Now here's something that's kind of interesting. I've already seen the banners for this. Let's see here. So there's the banner, and I'll just show you this real quick. I gotta change it. This girl right here is not the same one as what is put here. So I don't know if we're going to get this girl. That girl on the banner is a dark SR that they got during a login bonus. And I had her page up earlier and I closed it, and I'm not going to spend the time to like go look for it for you guys, because I know you want this to be over with as quickly as possible, but to me she didn't look that great. Looks like she had some increased burst rate a little bit, burst gauge increase, and a little bit of light resistance up, I think, but didn't look like anything particularly special. I think there may have even been a heal in there, but I didn't look extremely close at her. I glanced at her, didn't look too impressed. Alright, the weapons, SR weapons. So this one, the sword is HP skill, so not really worth it. The hammer is attack skill, so if you still need attack weapons on your dark grid, you may consider getting this one. I mean, This is decent strength for an SR. It's not high, it's not in the 1900s, but 1700 is certainly a good middle ground. And then the missions, the regular missions of clearing it so many times to get daily elixirs and seeds. And then clear Expert with R to get 30 tickets, and then clear Ragnarok with Thunder to get 50 tickets. And that's our mission. So that's our event. This could prove to be interesting. Some of the ones in the past that we thought were going to be hard didn't turn out to be very hard. She looks a little interesting in how she works, in that she forces you to be paralyzed and rampaged when she's not raged, and when you're building that rage bar. So kind of you only have a 1-turn window to use your abilities. And then, whatever you debuff on her, when the first time you get her into rage and stun, she clears all your debuffs. So this could be a little bit interesting. I'm excited to see what challenge it brings. So, happy hunting, and take care, and I'll see you out in the battlefield.